Good morning students. Today we are going to learn about General Science second lesson, plant structure and function. In this lesson we are going to do study of different parts of the plants in greater detail. Now parts of plants. Root, stem, leaves and flower are the different parts of plants. We'll do study of these different parts of plants one by one. First of all, root. Before this, seeds of plants has two parts. Now I have a sprouted moth bean. Here, part that grows from inside the seed towards the soil is called as radicle, and part that grows above the soil is called as plumule. Now about root. The part that grows from inside the seed towards the soil is called as radicle, and part that grows above the soil is called as plumule. Now root grows from the radicle, grow towards the soil, and root is deep near the ground and gradually tapers to a pointed end. Now roots are of mainly two types. First is taproot and second is fibrous root. Now first of all, taproot. Root, in case of some plants, produce secondary roots. Here you see about it, detail about it. In case of some plants, roots produce secondary roots that grows obliquely and spread far and wide in the soil. Now this here, root of datura. This is root of datura. Now this is taproot. Now here this root produces secondary roots, and these secondary roots grows obliquely. Obliquely means like this. Main root is like this. This root grows obliquely and spread far and wide in the soil. And this type of root is called as taproot. Now, root bear hair-like processes. Here, root bear hair-like processes near the root tip, called as root hair. Root tip is delicate. This is the region of the root which grows into the soil. Root tip is covered by a cap-like structure called as root cap. Root cap protects the, now here this root tip is covered by a cap-like structure called as root cap. Root cap protects the root tip from injury. Now second type of root, fibrous root. Now you see onion plants. Now here thread-like or fiber-like roots arising from the stem, that is here onion, are called as fibrous root. Now example of taproot, maybe neem, datura, and fibrous root. Example, fibrous root, is onion. Now, generally dicotyledonous plants have taproot and monocotyledonous plants have fibrous root. Now, plants like maize, sugarcane, jawar has two types of roots. Some roots are underground roots and some roots are called as adventitious root. Now, this second type of root that grow from the stem just above the soil. That means root that grow from the stem just above the soil are called as adventitious root. You know that function of root to absorb water and mineral from soil. Second, to support and anchoring the plant. To give support. Now, in addition to this, in case of roots of some plants, perform some additional functions. So, because of this, there is a modification in the roots. These modified roots perform additional function, and some example of these additional root, these modified roots are aerial roots. Aerial roots. First, these aerial roots absorb moisture from the air. Second, still root. Still root. This supports the plant above the soil. And third, runner. Function of these runners is vegetative propagation, that is reproduction. And fourth is breathing root. Breathing root, also called as nematophores. Function is breathing. Now this is about these some modified roots. But in case of plants like banyan tree, if you see banyan tree, some roots are like roots emerging from the trunk and branches of banyan tree grows into the soil. These type of roots are called as crop roots. These type of roots are called as crop roots. What could be the function of these crop roots? Now, crop root gives support to the banyan tree when it reaches to the soil or to the ground. Now, initially banyan tree has very few crop roots, but adaptation takes place and this number goes on increasing so much that this becomes like a small forest. Now in Kolkata, a 250-year-old banyan tree in the Indian botanical garden that covers very large area. It supports this banyan tree with the help of these thousands of crop roots. This is our root of plant. Now, main function of plant root is absorb mineral and water from the soil, and second it to give support the plant. Now, roots is modified, called as modified roots to perform additional functions. First is aerial roots, then still roots, runner and breathing. And in case of banyan tree, roots that emerging from the trunk and branches of it grows towards the soil. Now, next part of the plant is stem. Second part of the plant is stem. Stem grows above the soil from plumule. Now I have told you seed has two parts. See here, this sprouted moth bean, or it is called as mudki, called plumule, and stem grows from plumule, from sprouting seed. The part of the stem where leaves come out. Now here branch of people tree. Here part of the stem where leaves come out is called as node. Now here in case of sugarcane tree or sugarcane plant, see here leaves come out from these parts of the plant, part of the stem. Now in case of this people tree, leaves come out from these part, and part where the leaves come out called as nodes, and part of the stem between two nodes. Part of the stem between two nodes is called as internode, or distance between two nodes is called as internode. End of the stem or apical part of the stem is called as bud or growing end. Apical part of the stem is called as bud or growing end. Apical part of the stem is called as bud or growing end. Now here I will show you stem. Suppose here leaves come out. Now here this part is called as node, and part between two nodes is called as internode, and apical part of the stem or tip of the stem is called as bud. This is about stem. Third part of the plant is leaf. Now we will study of leaf in greater detail. Now the diagram of leaf. Leaf grow from the stem. Leaf grow from the stem, from the nodes on the stem. Leaf grow from the nodes on the stem. Here, this is node. Leaf is generally thin, flat, and green in color. Thin, flat, down, and green in color. The broad spread out part of the leaf is called as leaf lamina or leaf margin. Leaf lamina or leaf blade or leaf blade. Now edge of the leaf is called as leaf margin. This leaf margin may be entire, dentate or lobe. Now let's see this plant. Now this part of the plant, spread out part of the plant, this broad spread out part of the plant is called as leaf lamina. This edge of the leaf is called as leaf margin. And here part where these leaves grow on stem is called as node. Now tip of the root is called as leaf apex. Leaf apex may be pointed, tapering or rounded. Now this leaf product part, this is called as, now this midline of the leaf is called as midhead. In case of some plants or leaves of some plants have a stalk called as petiole. Some plants do not have petiole. Portion of the leaf which is attached to the stem is called as leaf base. Portion of the leaf stalk or petiole which is attached to the stem is called as leaf base. small leaf-like structure present near the leaf base called as stipule. Some plants do not have stipules. Now next thing is that we'll see about types of leaf. Types of leaf. Types of leaf. Now, simple leaf and compound leaf are the two types of leaf. Simple leaf. Now what is by simple leaf? We will see first of all. Now this leaf that is in my hand is an example of simple leaf. Leaf of some plants has single undivided leaf blade. Leaf of some plants have a single undivided leaf blade, which is here, with single mid-leaf. It's called as simple leaf. Leaf of some plants have a single undivided leaf blade with single mid-leaf. It's called as simple leaf. Example of simple leaf: mango. Now compound leaf. Leaf of some plants have leaf blade consist of many small parts called as leaf blade has many small parts called as leaflet. And this type of leaves are called as compound leaves. If leaf blade is divided into many small parts, now this type of plants here having compound leaves, this leaf blade is divided into many small parts called as leaflet. And such type of leaf is called as compound leaf. Example of compound leaf: rose, neem tree, compound leaf. Now maize, sugarcane and jawar. Maize also you see. In case of now, first of all we see about what is venation. Venation. Arrangement of veins. The arrangement of veins in the leaf. Arrangement of veins in the leaf is called as venation. There are two types of venation. First is reticulate venation. Now in case of leaf plant, you see leaf leaves. Here this leaf leaf is people leaf. You see people leaf is divided into two equal parts by single mid vein which lies along the single mid line of the leaf blade. And secondary veins, here secondary veins here, this leaf and secondary veins that arise from the mid vein, they are branched and form a network. They are branched and form a network. This type of venation form a network or reticulum. This type of venation is called as reticulate venation. Now again I will repeat reticulate venation. In case of people leaf, leaf is divided into two equal parts by mid vein, single mid vein which lies along the mid line of the leaf blade. Secondary veins arise from the mid vein. These secondary veins are branched, form a network or a club, and this type of venation in people leaf is called as reticulate venation. And second one is parallel venation. Now see another leaf. In case of leaves of suppose maize, see here this leaf. In case of suppose maize or plants like maize, this all veins are parallel. Start from or running from leaf base to the leaf apex. All veins are parallel. Now in case of maize plants, all veins are parallel. Running from leaf base. Now this is top of the plant. Running from leaf base to the leaf apex. This type of venation that are parallel, in which veins are parallel and running from leaf base to leaf apex, is called as parallel venation. Now next one is flower. Next part of the plant is flower. Fourth part of the plant is flower. You see, some plants, flower may have a long or short stalk. The stalk of the flower, now see, flower in my hand is of hibiscus. Now this plant is having stalk. Stalk of the flower is called as pedicel. Stalk of flower. Stalk of flower is called as pedicel. Pedicel, one end is attached to the stem and other end of the pedicel is called as receptacle, which is expanded and swollen. Now petals, these are the petals of the flower. These are the petals of the flower. Petals and all other parts of the flower, here these are different parts of the flower supported on the part of the flower called as thalamus. Now there are four main parts of flower. First is calyx, second corolla, third androecium, and fourth one is gynoecium. Now first part of the flower, that is first word of flower, is calyx. Now calyx is made up of leaf-like part. Here, these are the leaf-like part called as sepals. Sepals are generally green in color. Calyx is made up of sepals, which are leaf-like parts, and sepals are generally green in color. Now, second part of the flower is corolla. Colorful parts of flower called as petals, and corolla is made up of this colorful part called as petals. Now, the shape, color and smell of corolla of different flowers, suppose such as rose, chrysanthemum, mogra, hibiscus is different. Now, third part of the flower, or third whole of flower, is called as androecium. Third part is called as androecium. Androecium is the male reproductive part of flower. Male reproductive part of flower. Reproductive part of flower. It consists of stamens. Now here, this is corolla. So this is calyx. This calyx is made of sepals. Corolla is made of petals. And androecium consists. Androecium is the male part of flower, and it consists of stamen. Now this androecium consists of stamen, and this stamen, you see, is made up of filament and anther. Stamen, you see, is made up of filament and anther. See here, suppose I will draw a picture of flower. Now here, these are the filament. These are the anther. Now here, now these are the petals from which corolla is made. And here is sepal. From which calyx is made. Now this androecium is made reproductive part of flower. It consists of stamen. Stamen is made of filament and anther. And outermost part of flower is called as gynoecium. Now here, now this part of the flower is innermost part called as gynoecium. Gynoecium. Now again I will repeat, flower may have long or short stalk. Stalk of the flower is called as pedicel. Now, one end of the pedicel is attached to the stem and other end is expanded and swollen. This part is called as receptacle. Petals and other parts of the flower are supported on the receptacle. There are four main parts of flower: calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Calyx is made up of sepals which are generally green in color, and corolla is made up of petals which are colorful, maybe white or some other color. Androecium is the main reproductive part of flower, consists of stamen, and stamen is made up of filament and anther. Now gynoecium is innermost part of flower, consists of ovaries, style, and stigma. Consists of ovaries, style, and stigma. When flowers attain maturity, anther burst and polar rays which are released all of the stigma and pass up to the ovary through style. Now these ovules in the ovary, now this entire process is called as pollination. Now here anther burst and polar rays which are released fall on the stigma. This process is called as pollination, and due to pollination, ovules in the ovary get fertilized, and these fertilized ovules form seed, and ovary develops into fruit. Ovary develops into fruit. Now this is our flower. Now next is fruit. We eat many different types of fruit. Each type has its own specific characteristics. For example, mango contains only one seed, whereas jackfruit consists of many small fruitlets, each with its own seed. There are variations in the shape, color, and taste of the fruit. Now, if you observe fruits like berry, then mango, chiku, apple, each fruit has different skin or shape. Now, also different fleshy part, as well as different seed. Now, in case of fruits like cashew, seed is outside the fruit. That means different fruits have different characteristics. That may be shape or skin, or next is skin, then fleshy part and seed. Next one, generally, here if you take seed of plants, such as maize, rice, jawar, pea, groundnut, mung bean. If you soak in water for 4 to 5 hours and just press it by our finger, then what happens here? Some seeds get divided into 2 equal parts, and some seeds do not get divided into 2 equal parts. Seeds that get divided into 2 equal parts